Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. Today I'm gonna be doing a little action figuring. Action figuring. If you hear that term somewhere else, understand and know, ain't nobody else done no action figuring. So I'm gonna do a little action figuring. But before I get off into action figuring, I'm gonna need y'all to do what y'all always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, this is new material. You get it. So now, if you're digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share to the page. See what I did with Storm? I gave her a little lightning corona there. You know what I'm saying? I got some like, energy effects, that you can use for action figures. I might tweak it and freak it a little bit more. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Anywho, but that ain't the action figure I want to discuss today. The action figure I want to discuss is this right here. Know if you can see that too well. Let you get a good look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Bonebreaker. His name is Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker is a supervillain that is in a group known as the Reavers, who made their first appearance in the pages of X-Men. Why am I talking about Bonebreaker right now? Because I'm doing my Build-A-Figures. And Bonebreaker was a Build-A-Figure that came with this line of action figures. See right there? It's a Bonebreaker. Okay, that's a flaming adamantium claw Wolverine. I don't know if you can see that, but those claws aren't just claws. They appear to have a red hot effect to them. These are the 6 action figures. Let me take my dirty hands down. These are the 6 action figures you needed to collect to get all of the pieces to form Bonebreaker, as you can see. Wolverine is the only figure that doesn't have anything. And then there are a couple figures that had some stuff in there and was like, do you really need that? That's all for fanfare. But there you go. Finished Bonebreaker. All together. All together. All together. But now, a question that is beggared now is, who the hell is Bonebreaker? And why is he so important that he needed a Build-A-Figure? I don't know. I don't know why he was so important that he needed a Build-A-Figure, but it just seems like maybe he was complex enough to be a Build-A-Figure. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to give y'all some Bonebreaker history. Bonebreaker himself, not a prominent villain, but Bonebreaker figures into some prominent shit. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Bonebreaker made his very first appearance in the pages of X-Men number 229. That's the 1963 run. I think that was like 1988. That's back when I was just having a grand old time collecting comic books for no apparent reason. Now, in this comic, boom, you can see Bonebreaker right there. In his very first ever appearance, Bonebreaker seems to be rocking a red mohawk versus a white one like you saw in the Build-A-Figure. But he is part of a group. In fact, at the time of his appearance, he was the leader of a group called the Reavers. And the Reavers, as you can see, were cybernetic beings. Everybody seems to have some kind of cybernetic enhancement. Bonebreaker's enhancement apparently was his torso is on a, I guess you would call that a battle chassis with tank treads, and it's got, machine guns, rocket launchers, bazookas. So he's coming to bear. That's what Bonebreaker does. Of course, since the Bonebreaker shows up in this comic, then you know he ran afoul of the X-Men at some point. Also, too, because he ran afoul of the X-Men, you know how people get they mad on, and it's like, I got to go and get me some revenge. Now, because he wants revenge, they are gearing up to deal with Wolverine. But now, as you can see, with Bonebreaker right there, Bonebreaker's a little bit, he's got a little blondish kind of thing going on, but he's still a battle chassis. And along with his ace boons, Bonebreaker, I'm not Bonebreaker, Skull Crusher, that's his name. Skull Crusher and Pretty Boy, who also happen to be cyborgs, have fallen in with two other popular cyborgs, Donald Pierce from the Hellfire Club and Lady Deathstrike, who we all know has mad hatred for Wolverine. Along in the corner there, you got Reese, Cole, and Macon, who used to be Hellfire Club soldiers until they were eviscerated, basically, by Wolverine. I'm not going to go all the way back to that book, but y'all know how Wolverine got down. And Wolverine, they even managed to kidnap Wolverine and crucify him and left him out in the desert to die. But we know Wolverine's a hard cat to kill, so you ain't just gonna dust Wolverine off like that. Also, when we sit around and say, Bonebreaker, who is Bonebreaker? Bonebreaker has a distinction that a lot of other villains don't have. Bonebreaker has made a television appearance. Back in the day when there was an X-Men cartoon, remember that? Take a look. That guy in the back was rolling. See, he was on threads. Looky there. And there's Bonebreaker. Ta-da! Along with Cole, Macon, and Reese. So as you can see, as uneventful and unpopular as he is a very prominent supporting character in the Marvel Universe. Do we want to see Bonebreaker make a random appearance on one of these mediocre Marvel Studios television shows? Or do we want to wait until they finally bring the X-Men out in 2030 to see if Bonebreaker is good enough to make the cut? Probably not, with folks like Magneto and Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse waiting in the wings. Bonebreaker probably takes a distant 25th place. But I just wanted to share because I put the Build-A-Figure together, got all the pieces, and now I have a Bonebreaker. And so I just decided, okay, let's talk about Bonebreaker. Did y'all enjoy talking about Bonebreaker? Probably not, because he's just a supporting character. But he's got a Build-A-Figure. He's been on television. He's made many appearances in comics. I'm building this up to be more than what it is. Okay, I got a Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure. I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.